Hello everybody, how is it going? Lucas here. Today we're going to be taking a look at an album from Persefone called Aathma. I actually recently just got into these guys at the end of last year because they popped up on my Google playlist. It said I might like them and I listened to them and I absolutely loved them. And I saw they were coming out with a new album and I was super excited about it, but it actually blew my expectations. Now, to give you a little background on these guys, they're from the country called Andorra. I think I got that right. It's a super small country. It's around Spain. It's incredibly tiny, and they're labeled as a progressive death metal band, but I wouldn't exactly categorize them as death. I put them in just in progressive metal because it doesn't have enough elements for death metal for me. Anyway, getting back to this album. This album is very interesting because the whole album itself, it has like the band Cynic, it has a Cynic undertone to it. It's basically what they do is they took the basis of the album with Cynic and they took what Persefone is and they just laid it right on top. It's very interesting because Paul Masvidal from Cynic is actually on this album. He's on the first track, an Infinitesimal Spark, I think I said that right, and he's on 7 Living Arrows, excuse me, Living Waves, not Living Arrows. He's on there, and both of those tracks, he actually does guitars on Living Waves too, and he's really awesome on here, and I love the way they blend that in here. So you have, throughout the entire album, you have a lot of peaks and you have a lot of valleys. The whole album starts off extremely chill, and then it picks up and it gets violent per se, and they use the screams. But I find on here they don't just scream for screaming's sake. They use their screams to make an impact in everything that they're doing. And the balance of this overall album is really cool because even throughout all the songs, they'll get intense and then get light. They get intense and then they get light. Then in the middle of the album, Cosmic Walkers is actually a little instrumental. It's a little 2-minute instrumental. It's a little really nice and chill. And then toward the end of the album, things start to pick up, and then the 10th track, if you want to call it, it's called Aathma, and it's in 4 different parts, which it spans about 20 minutes of music. That is just, it caps off the album, and it is extremely awesome. You have synth solos. I mean, you go through a ton of the 4 different movements. It gets light, it gets violent, and then at the very end of the album, they close it out. They do sort of like this female singer comes in, and she's just kind of like talking about, Aathma itself means spirit, so that's what the whole kind of underlying theme of the album is like finding within yourself, redefining your spirit. And she's saying some words about the spirit and stuff like that, and the whole album ends the same way it starts. It ends on a very quiet and chill note, and I can honestly say I cannot even find anything wrong with this album. The production is really good. It's really clean and clear, but it has mids in it, so it's really warm. The only thing I kind of didn't realize, I just said I couldn't find stuff wrong. The one thing I really don't care for too much is the bass drum. I don't like the tone on it, especially when it's like in Living Waves, when it has this kind of a little solo part. I don't know, it sounds kind of inky to me, but that's just me being picky. But overall, I gotta give this album a 5 out of 5. It's fantastic from start to beginning. The balance is great. The songwriting is great. It's like they can meticulously thought out every different section of the album. It's extremely great, and I can't say enough great things about it. It's definitely going to be in my top 5 albums of the year. What did you guys think about this album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below, and as for me, I'm going to have to be out.